In this module, we're going to be covering growth modeling and capacity planning. This is the most integral part of revenue operations and will help set up your business for success. The learning objectives of this module are going to be to understand the interconnectedness of the growth model, understand the inputs and data points needed to construct your model, planning approaches and aligning teams, and being able to build your own growth model. First, I want to start out why this is so important. So every company that you're working in, if you're not trying to go out of business, is trying to do one of five things. You may be looking to raise capital if you're a high growth startup. You may be looking to get acquired, might be marching towards an IPO. If you're already public, you're likely looking to increase shareholder value, or at the very least, you're looking to grow your profits. And growth modeling is going to be the mechanism that allows you to achieve these strategic initiatives. So a couple statistics too that I think are really interesting that will frame the importance of having a good growth model is 20% of businesses fail in their first 2 years, 45% of businesses fail in their first 5. It gets worse once you get to 10 years, 65% fail, and less than 1% ever make it to an IPO or strategic acquisition. And the main reason is for poor planning. So growth modeling is going to help you set up the groundwork, set up the foundation to get your company in a position to stay in business, achieve your strategic goals, and be a company of consequence. So let's start off with what growth modeling is. So you may be familiar with capacity planning, which is a standard sales operations mechanism. And that's really just a component of an overall integrated growth model. So some of the main components will include the sales capacity plan, which is the number of salespeople you have to achieve the bookings targets that you're going towards. Marketing strategy and investments. What marketing plan, investments are you going to make to achieve your targets? Customer success strategy and capacity plan. Once you've closed all of those accounts, how do you retain those accounts? How do you grow those accounts? Partnership and channel strategies. Typically really relevant to either build pipeline or close new deals. A financing or funding strategy. So how are you going to fund all of these initiatives? A product roadmap. So what new product features or functionalities are feeding all of the production that's coming from your teams? So let's walk through a standard funnel that most of you are going to be familiar with. And I'm actually going to go in reverse and start with your revenue goals. So at the end of the day, your company is going to have a revenue objective to achieve one of those strategic goals mentioned earlier. Now, this is a really important anchor point to understand the rest of the plan and what you need to produce in order to achieve those end revenue goals. The next layer of that funnel is going to be the retention and expansion goals. So your existing customer base, how much do you anticipate you'll be able to retain within a given time period? How much do you expect to expand that existing customer base? And how much do you expect that existing customer base to contract or any downsells you might be accounting for too? The next layer up is going to be your bookings targets. These can simply be considered your sales goals or how many new logos or new contracts you'll sign and bring into the business. What are your sales qualified lead goals that will feed those booking targets? What are the marketing qualified lead goals that will feed the sales qualified lead targets? And what is the overall branding and awareness strategy that you have that's going to feed the entire plan? Here are some details underneath those major components that we discussed earlier, starting with that sales capacity plan, looking at your quotas, ramp time, number of sellers that you'll need in order to feed the plan, your marketing plan. So this is really responsible for finding the most efficient ways to get sales qualified leads to feed that bookings plan. Customer success. How many accounts can your CSMs carry? What are those ratios? Your ramp time to get CSMs ready to be able to take on new accounts. Your product roadmap, your partnership channels, and then your finance and funding strategy. If you need a quick reference for the components that go in and the details that are associated with each component, this is a good one to screenshot.